it's Nicola Bird here from alittlepeaceofmind.co.uk. Today's video is E for experience. Now this is a real fundamental part of what I teach that helps all my clients, that really lies at the heart of what it is that I do in my work and what these videos are all about. And that is us looking at where experience comes from. So we traditionally walk around in the world thinking that the things outside us, in the world outside of us, can make us feel a certain way. So if you've seen the video that I created about the fresh perspective on coronavirus, for example, we walk around in the world as if there's something inbuilt in an illness or a disease or a situation that can make us feel worried, that can make us feel anxious, that can make us feel scared. And we think that our work prospects, we think having our kids at home all day, we think that the future we think that uncertainty can make us feel, it has inbuilt, it's like it's a pincushion that can fire pins of worries into us, right? That it has that built into it. And as I shared on the video, the coronavirus video, I'll put a link to that under here if you haven't seen it. Like, worry isn't one of the symptoms, right? I've never seen it listed as a symptom. Yes, the cough. Yes, the shortness of breath. Yes, the fever. Worry is not on there. It doesn't come with getting ill. And so, but to all intents and purposes, we walk around in the world as if that's true, as if a particular subject at school can confuse us, that a particular level of workload can overwhelm us, that in a particular environment we can thrive and in a particular environment we can't. And that would all be true if it worked that things outside of us could create our internal experience. But if we just take a moment and look for ourselves, we start to see that there are 7 billion different experiences of the situation we're in right now, right? For some people, the situation we're in right now, it looks terrifying right now in this moment. For some people, it looks like a massive opportunity. Like scientist, I've been training my whole life for this, right? For some people, it's provided an opportunity to really connect with people they care and love. For some people, it's created a situation where their kids are at home and that's an amazing opportunity. And for some people, their kids are at home and that's an absolute nightmare. And for many of us, we will flip between all of those scenarios, even though our circumstances haven't changed, right? So if we take a look and see that for ourselves, oh, there's a health crisis going on. Sometimes I feel really worried. Sometimes I feel full of gratitude and appreciation for the lovely things I see going on around me. Sometimes I have no experience of coronavirus at all. None. It doesn't exist for me in my world at various points during the day. And if we start to take a look and see that for ourselves, we start to see that this experience of ours comes and goes as our thoughts come and go. So as our thought creates a scary experience, we look out into the world and we see scary things. And then the next moment we are feeling hopeful and we look out in the world and there's so much to be hopeful about. And the next minute we look out into the world and we're thinking about what's for dinner and no experience of our bank account, what we currently weigh, what our parents are up to, and whatever the health crisis is going on. This world outside of us fluctuates the whole time because it's being created from the inside out via thought. The world, our experience, is not being created from the world coming into us. It's created by the creative power, this infinite creative power of thought from the inside out that can create any and all experiences. And it's like a fountain, right? It comes up and it appears as it does, as in a moment. If you imagine the top of a fountain with ripples and drips of water and the particular shape it is in that moment, and then the water falls back into the pond from which it came, and then a fresh comes out, and a fountain is continually doing that so fluidly, it looks like there's one seamless experience going on, right? At the top of the fountain, it looks like there's one seamless experience going on, when in truth, that fountain is made up of billions and billions of drops of water continually going like this, right? Now, we get really caught up with what's going on the top of the fountain. Like, well, what shape is it doing today? And how do I change the shapes? And how do I make it not spurt off this way? And how do I make it stop? And how do I make it stop? That's a big one, right? And we get caught this is the world of form that I've talked about on other videos. We can get really curious about what it is that's actually powering the fountain, right? We can get really curious about the source, and we can see the temporary nature of what's happening on top here. And as we do that, and we start to see that our experience is created from the inside out, that it's possible to have any experience in any circumstance, then we stop trying to, change our thinking. We stop trying to change things in the world of form so that we can be okay. And until we see that, we are forever going to be searching in this world of thinking and feeling and form, and getting really concerned with we're going to think that everything we think is true, fixed, solid and real and permanent. So we're going to wake up one morning and go, oh my God, this is really scary. And if we have no understanding of the nature of thought, we are going to look around and we're going to see scary stuff in our world, and we're going to think this is the way that it is. Now I need to deal with this. But what we forget to notice is that after lunch, when we're watching something stupid on YouTube that's making us laugh, suddenly there's loads of funny stuff in our world, and we think, oh, actually, life's not so bad. And we, in that thought and feeling, we look around the world, oh, there's not really much I need to do. Given that the world is actually, it's not going so bad as I thought it was, everything's fine. And then later on that night, we can be touched by something we see, something moving that we see, and feel touched and go, wow, the world is an amazing place. And then we get to live in the experience of that. And without understanding, it looks like that's solid, fixed, real, true, and will be the same tomorrow as well. As we start to see this continual flow of thought as it changes continuously, what happens is we stop taking our experience so seriously right now in this moment. So if it looks terrifying and scary, that's because you're having terrifying, scary thoughts right now. And as you look out into the world, thought is creating terrifying, scary things for you to look at. Nothing you need to do about that, because do you know what? 5 minutes from now, thought will have shifted and changed, and the world will look like a different place. So we're no longer trying to deal with real, fixed, solid realities. What we see with understanding is that, oh, all I'm ever up against is my own thought-created reality, and it's going to change in a moment. That's it. And when we stop mithering around on the top of the fountain, we fall back out of being so compelled and interested in our thinking all the time. We fall back into this open space into which common sense and simple knowing occur. So I'm at the risk of overrunning on this video today, so I'm going to stop there for you, and we'll be back with F tomorrow. Take care.